Hello. How are you all doing? I'm just going to wait for a few people to join in. And I have to join in myself on the phone to be able to see any of the comments. Do you like my hair? That's why I was a little bit late. I was just getting my hair done. Took me ages. Right, I'm just going to go in here and hopefully I can see some commentals. There we go, I can see his comments now. Thanks, Mick. I know you're very jealous of these, aren't you? But to be very careful with the phone, it's on the knife edge there. How are we all getting on, guys? Give me a shout out, tell me who's online. I can just see how many are online. I don't know who's online, so stick out a few comments and let me know. First of all, rate me out of 10 with me pigtails. These took me all day. They will get very annoying, so they will come off. What I actually said I'd do was that every time I play a song, I take off an item of clothing. No, I won't, I'm only joking. So how are we all doing? Absolutely mental that we can't go out to the pubs. It's not fair, but look, we'll have a bit of crack tonight. We'll give it a lash, and I hope you have Guinness and Baileys and all that kind of stuff ready. I'm going to play as many Irish tunes as I can. I have a set list there of about 30. I'll get through as many as I can. And look, we'll have to crack because we're Irish and that's what we're supposed to do. I can see the comments flying in, but I can't read them. I'll have to only type in or go into the comments every now and again. My favourite Spurs fan is here. Thanks, Collie. Right, we'll get going. This first song was requested by Gaz MacDonald. Yeah, that's gonna get very annoying very quick. This is a song about an Irishman who went off to California. He flew off thinking he was going to make his millions, and not only when he got over there, not only was he not able to make his millions, he didn't even have enough money to make it home. And he lay down one night and he dreamt of his hometown of Spancil Hill in the County Clare. And this is a beautiful song called Spancil Hill. Sing along at home, give it a lash. We're here for the crack, and we'll talk to you after this song. By the way, sorry, if anything's too loud or too low, or if the guitar or the mic or whatever is too high or too low, let me know, alright? Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind been bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board of a vision and I followed with a will, till next I came to anchor at the cross in Spancil Hill. It being on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when in Ireland, sons and daughters in crowds assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold came their duty to fulfill at the parish church near Clooney, a mile from Spansel Hill. I went to see me old neighbours, to hear that they might say, the old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met with the tailor Quigley, he's as bald as ever still. Sure, he used to mend me bridges when I lived in Spansel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as white as any lily, as gentle as a dove, and she threw her arms around me saying, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Nell, the farmer's daughter and the pride of Spansel Hill. I dreamt I held and kissed her as in the days of yore. She says, Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the times before. Well, the cock, he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and shrill. And I awoke in California, many miles from Spansel Hill. Yes, I awoke in California, many miles from Spansel Hill. Woo! Spansel Hill, the hair, the pigtails didn't last too long. I actually felt better when he went. I say, I hope you're all on the Guinness and the Baileys, but it's only straight poutine for me, so sorry. Now, as I say, I'm going to have to jump onto my phone to have a look at a few comments first. We'll say hello to who's on. Mick, fair play to you. Tracy, thanks very much for jumping on. Lorraine Murphy Donnelly's on, loving the pigtails. Emo, yeah. Matt Rice, fair play to you lads. I'm not even mentioning that, Mick, that second comment. Fair play to you. Right, go on. This next song I always dedicate to the politicians, and the reason why I dedicate it to all the politicians is because it's called All the Lies That You Told Me. It's a beautiful Christy Hennessy song, and he's one of the best voices out there, and well, he's no longer with us, but he's a man I enjoy listening to, and this is called All the Lies That You Told Me. All the lies that you told me, all the tears that I've cried, all the loving you gave to me, it was a lie. I could never imagine when I felt so high that there could be somebody new, better than you in my life. When I woke up this morning with tears in my eyes, I've never felt more like saying goodbye. I could never imagine when I felt so high that there could be somebody new, better than you in my life. Am I just fooling myself? Could there be somebody else? Could there be somebody new waiting round the corner? Yes, there is. waiting for you, waiting for someone like you. All the nights that you told me all your loving was mine, and they wanted to listen to all of your lies. I could never imagine when I felt so high that there could be somebody new, better than you in my life. Am I just fooling myself? Could there be somebody else? Could there be somebody new waiting round the corner? Yes, there is, waiting for you, waiting for someone like you. All the nights that you told me all your loving was mine, now there could be somebody new, better than you in my life. Woo! All the lies that you told me, for all the politicians out there. I can see the comments baiting in and it's killing me that I can't read them. Hang on. I'll get the next song ready. I have to go out of them to come back into them, if that makes any sense. Who's on? Who's on? Well, we got the hairband, yeah. No, forget the French. Oh, don't forget the Frenchies. Jesus Christ, how could we forget yous? We have people looking in from all over Europe, possibly across the pond as well, over in America. Fair play to yous. Kirsty, I hope you're all doing well. I miss you loads and loads. I hope Molly and Killian and Joss are watching. I told Joss that he has to do a dance. You have to film him doing a dance to one of these songs. So, and James, big hello from Mum and Dad in Westport. Fair play to you guys. Thanks so much for jumping in. Gonna play an out tune. This is for all the lovers out there. This is a song made famous in Ireland by Christy Moore, and it's called "Black Is the Colour." Oh, black is the colour of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon she stands. I love my love, and well she knows. I love the ground whereon she goes. I wish the day would be as one when she and I could be as one. Are you singing with me? Come on. For boy gold to the Clyde, I mourn and weep. For satisfied I never can be. And then I write her a letter, just a few short lines, and I suffer death 1,000 times. Are you ready? For black is the colour of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon she stands, for black is the colour of my true love's hair. He's ready. Her lips are like some roses fair, she has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon she stands. Yes, I love the ground whereon she stands. Oh, black is the colour. There you go, guys. I hope there was no mooching going on at home when that was being played. So, how has your Paddy's Day been so far? It's mad, isn't it, not being able to go out to the pubs? It's absolutely brutal, but look, we'll be back there one day and we can do this gig with loads of pints waiting for us at the bar. I'm going to play a few fast numbers. Hang on, I'll jump onto the comments, hang on. I'll see who's slagging me. Right, who we got? We'll get on to the bottom ones. Jimmy and Anne in Castlereagh, not the prison. We figured that. Jim Bob, fair play to you for tuning in. Cora's there. No shenanigans, Philly. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Great song, Ian. Ronan, fair play to you. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Cantazina, thank you so much. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. Anthony Ward, Jesus Christ, there's a blast from the past. I hope you're well, Tony. It's great to see you're on. We will keep going. Kelly, fair play to you. Ger, I'm keeping it Irish, Ger. There's no Scarborough Fair today. Right, okay, here we go. We play another few fast numbers and I'll go back onto the comments in a few minutes. I always dedicate this next song. I used to dedicate it to Stephen Gerrard, but it's kind of out of date now. This one's called, it is called The Leaving of Liverpool. Fare thee well to you, my own true love. I am going far, far away. I am bound for California, yea, but I know that I'll return someday. Here we go! So fare thee well, oh my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on a Yankee sailing ship, Davy Crockett is her name, and Burgess is the captain of her, and they say that she's a floating shame. Are you ready? So fare thee well, oh my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have sailed with Burgess once before, and I think that I know him right well. If a man's a sailor, he can get along, but if not, then he is surely in hell. So fare thee well, oh my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on the harbour of love, and I wish that I could remain, but I know it will be some long time before I'll see you again. Here we go! So fare thee well, oh my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. One more time! So fare thee well, oh my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Woo! Leaving Liverpool. I'll tell you what, there'll be a few players leaving Liverpool at the end of this season. They're bleeding brutal. I'm only joking. Jesus, don't leave. Right. I'll do another fast one. I have to give a shout out to Brian, my partner in crime, Brian. I usually play in a two-piece traditional Irish band called Tales and Glories, and it would have been absolutely great to have Brian here because he adds so much to the whole sound. He plays the banjo and the whistles and all these songs as well. He sings a lot of them as well. So a big shout out to you, Mr. Dunn. I'm missing you and having you beside me. But again, someday soon we will be back. This is a song about the little boats that used to go across the Liffey years and years ago. And it's a funny story because years and years ago the boats used to go across the Liffey. You paid whatever it was back in the day, and the boats would bring it across instead of you having to walk up to a bridge. And then the service was cancelled, and this song was written by Pete St. John. But it's gas, in the last year and a half, that service is back. So the song's kind of out of date, but we still love it. It's called The Ferryman. All the little boats are gone from the breast of Anna Liffey, and the ferrymen are stranded on the quay. Sure, the Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone, and Molly, it was part of you and me. Ready? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. It's the only life I knew. It's hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferry's made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper, I've forgotten even now. Sure it's over, Molly, over, can't you see? Ready? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Well, now I spin me yarns, and I spend me days in talking. The whisper say poor Paddy's on the dole. But Molly, we're still living, and Molly, we're still young, and that river never ruled my heart or soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. It's been over a year since I've been a-working. Can't you see the lack is killing me? But we saved up all our money, dear, and we're heading for Australia to start a new life over across the sea. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. One more time. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Woo! If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. That's a song Brian normally sings. That was for you, Mr. Master Dunn. I had to put a few cushions on the chair so I could actually be on the screen, and so my water's further down than I can really reach. I'll put it down there. I'll jump onto the comments. Talk amongst yourselves. Any funny stories from today? Did you do anything? Not that we can do. It's a bit mad. Right, who have we got? Kirsty, fair play to you. Nicola, sounds brilliant. Ian, happy St. Patrick's Day, fair play to you. Missing you too, Eno, Brian, good man. Good man Soup, that was my nickname in school. Can't believe you published that. Here you go. Ronan, fair play to you. Oh, that's on Ronan's account. Monica and Kevin, thanks very much for tuning in, and I really appreciate it. Sinead, are you in the Jacks? Yeah, I am. I'm dropping one out. The Kilbarrack Massive are there. Paula, Jenny, and Amy, fair play to yous. Although Amy's not in Kilbarrack. Where's your pint of Guinness, Ian? I know, I should have it. Fiona, love this one. I'm guessing, I don't know which one that was for. Alright, Dipna. Fair play to you for jumping on. Rebecca, fair play as well. Harvey and Hunter dancing and loving it. That's what I love to see. And Sabine. Kat McCabe, fair play to you. Kat and Shamey in Liverpool, missing home, fair play. Right, another song. What's next? Oh yeah, this is another one that Brian sings. I'm on the wrong page. Right, well this one is, if ever there's an Irish song, this is it. And I hope there's plenty of whiskey in your jar. See what I did there? As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and then produced me rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. He counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and I brought it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. Devil take the word, but you never can be easy. Wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went into my chamber all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. But Jenny drew me charges and she filled them up with water. She sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, just before I rose to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. I then produced me pistol, for she stolen away me rapier. But I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. If anyone could aid me, 'tis me brother in the army. If I knew of his station, be it Cork or in Killarney, and if he'd come and join me, we'd go roving in Kilkenny. And I swear he'd treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. Wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. And wish your ring, da-ba-doo-da-ba-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy, oh, there's a whiskey in the jar. Woo! There's whiskey in the jar. There's a lot of these songs that Brian normally sings, so I might get muddled up on the words because I'm not used to singing them, but whiskey in the jar. I have a request up here next for me auntie Cora. I hope, Cora, are you there, are you? We'd often get this when myself and Brian are gigging. Somebody would say, would you play blah de blah, would you play this song for me? And I'd say, yeah, no problem at all, we'll do it now in a minute. And then, as soon as you go to play it, they go up and go to the toilet, and you have to wait for them. This next song is from one of my favourite Irish bands, The Furies. It's called, has a great chorus to it, it's called The Red Rose Cafe. So Hallie loved that one, did she, Lindsay? She was bouncing away, I'd say. Oh, there's Cora. Right, Cora, this one's for you. This one's called The Red Rose Cafe, and I want a bit of swaying going on. And I want you all singing, because I can hear you, I want you all singing in the, at home, or wherever you are, in the chorus, okay? Oh, well, they come from the farms and the factories too, as they also forget who they are. The cares of the day are soon washed away as they sit at a stool by the bar. The girl with green eyes in the Rolling Stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end is a very good friend of a man who sells cars second hand. He's ready now, come on. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. The salesman relax with a few pints of beer as they try not to speak about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight. He may sing a sweet serenade. So pull up a chair and forget about life. It's a good thing to do now and then. And if you like it here, I have an idea. Tomorrow let's all meet again. Ireland, are you ready? Come on! Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Right, he's ready now, sing along. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. One more time. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Yes, everyone there is so happy to be there. Woo! The Red Rose Cafe for my auntie Cora. Cora, that was for you. dear Lord. I have to take a sip of water. My hands are all sweaty and I can't lift it up. This next song I'm going to play, it originated in Scotland, and it's one of my favourite songs ever. And I'm going to dedicate this one to Brian. Brian normally sings this, he sings it beautifully. I'm going to give it a bash. It's called Will You Go, Lassie Go? As soon as I find it, that is. If you know what, sing along, give us a hand. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? He's ready. And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone, I would surely find another where wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Go back to the start. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? One last time. And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Well, there you go, folks. Will you go, lassie, go? As I'm sweating more, my hair's getting worse. Oh, Jesus. Come here, listen, any hairdressers out there, I'm willing to pay up to 50 quid for a short back and sides, I'm telling you. Marie, my missus, gave me a haircut. She's in next door, she's going to batter me. There'll be just a hand come in and slap me. But she ended up giving me a step. You can't see it because it's grown out, but... Right, I'll jump onto the comments, hang on. I have to come out to refresh them. Right. Scroll down to the bottom. A few hand claps from Gary, fair play to you. Ian Charles said to tell you he's on the Guinness now and he's opening the Baileys and he won't be on work tomorrow. You watch yourself, pal. You watch it. Nicola's on, how are you, Nicola? Ger, I told you I can't play Scarf Fair, it's only Irish today. One of my favourites, Ger Shaw, fair play to you for tuning in. Nancy, thanks very much. Helen, Philly, Emer, fair play to you, Emer. I hope Thomas has a few Guinness beside him, does he? Leona, how are you getting on? Happy St. Paddy's Day to you too. Who else have we got? I saw that. Mick, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know. Right, what's next? Oh yeah, another one of Brian's songs actually. I'll dedicate this one to him as well. He's getting the lion's share of the dedications. And also, I do my own little version of this. This one is one of the most famous kind of Dublin songs there are. And I'll dedicate it as well to my uncle Eamon. I played this song at my cousin Stephen's wedding, Stephen and Emer. And I played it for Eamon. Eamon was an extremely talented musician. He'd make me look like a muppet, and he's no longer with us. But this is a song I know he loved, and this is called Dublin in the Rare Old Times. And you'll sing along with me, won't you? Songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was Dublin city in the rare old times. He's ready. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. If you close your eyes, you'll think you're in a pub. Come on. My name, it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as can be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, a rogan child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, he took away my soul. He's ready. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, the years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing stays the same. The Pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the great unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Here we go. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Facebook, are you with me? Come on, help me, come on. Ring a rosy, as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. One more time for St. Patrick. Ring a rosy, as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. There you go, Dublin in the rare old times. It'll bring a tear to your eye, not being in a pub, listening to that and Skull and Pints. I hope you've enjoyed it. That was for my Uncle Eamon. We miss you and your music, Eamon, and look, one day we'll all meet again. I'm gonna speed it up again. Now this is a real Paddy's Day song, this one. Great chorus, and you can sing along and do your little clap. This one's called The Wild Rover. I'll go on to a few comments after these couple of songs. I'm sure Mick Jenkinson's been filthy. Are you, Mick? Are you being good? Right, here we go. This one's called The Wild Rover. I've been a wild rover for many's the year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. I know never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can have any day. And it's no, nay, never, rise up your skirts. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I took up from my pockets 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says I have whiskies and wines of the best, and the words that I told you were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never, rise up your skirts. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. And no, never, no more. I go home to meet parents, confess what I done, and I ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they've caressed me as oft times before, sure I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, lift up your pints. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. And no, never, no more. One more time. And it's no, nay, never, rise up your skirts. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. And no, never, no more. Rise up your skirts. The Wild Rover. Gonna sing a song about a dirty old town. A lot of people, including me, used to think that this was about Dublin. But it's not. It's about a town in Manchester called Salford. I got into trouble one time for saying Salford. We were at a gig, myself and Brian, and somebody there at the gig was from Salford and told us, no, it's Salford actually. Like, fair enough. Here's Dirty Old Town. And by the way, I'll dedicate this to Kelly and Damo. They're next door. They're the other side of this wall. I'm probably keeping the kids up. I do apologise, but it's Paddy's Day. For Kelly and Damo. Dirty Old Town. Well, I met my love by the gas yard wall. I dreamed a dream by the old canal. Well, I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, I heard a siren from across the dock. I saw a train set the night on fire. Well, I smelled the spring on a smoky wind. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, I'm going to make me a good sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. Well, I'll cut you down like an old dead tree. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. Clouds are drifting all across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beats. Spring's a girl on the streets at night. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. Here we go! Well, I met my love by the gas yard wall. I dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Well, it's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. One more time! Well, I met my love by the gas yard wall. What did he dream? Dreamed a dream by the old canal. Well, I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Well, it's a dirty old town. 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 Woo! It's a dirty old town. I'll jump onto the comments real quick. I see them coming in. I could have decorated the wall, couldn't I? I should have done more for the wall. But I do have a rosette and one of these things. And I did have the hairband, the pigtails, but that fell off. So at least, it wasn't as though I did nothing, you know. Right, who have we got on? Great job, Ian, loving the show. Fair play, Geraldine, thanks very much. You learn something new every day. I always thought it was right up your skirt. Well, it could be if you wanted, you know. Woo, around the floor and mind the dresser. Oh yeah, that's another one, Cora, fair play. Katrina Denedy, fair play for tuning in. Woohoo, go in. I don't know why there's a C translation underneath that. I don't know what Google thinks that is. Fair play, Jackie Hutton's on. Fair play, lift up your skirts. I'm behaving, but it's killing me, fair play. Kelly Kinahan Wilkinson, fair play for tuning in. Elizabeth Matthews, great to hear from you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. Graham McLaughlin, fair play to Graham. How are things with you? I hope you're well. A long time since I saw you, probably in school, I'd say. David Wall, fair play. You're on. I'll join you in Radio 1 for Uncle Amo, fair play to you, absolutely. Stuart Gaffney's on, fair play, good man. Ian reminds me of Gran Canaria. Jesus Christ, that was a holiday, but what goes on tour stays on tour, okay? I'm only joking, Marie, nothing happened, I'm joking. Good man, Ian, John Paul Murray, Jesus, good man, all the school friends are out, fair play to you. Finno as well, watching from, oh Jesus, that's probably our furthest. David Finnegan, an absolute legend of a man and an ultimate chess champion. He is watching from Buenos Aires in Argentina. Fair play to you for tuning in. Fair play to you. Really is good to see all these old school friends coming on board. Right, I have a song, speaking of people overseas, I have a song for a very special girl. It's a young girl over in France. And I hope she's watching. I just have to find it. It's my little niece, Molly. Who is over in France in Hotel Glaciers, Hotel Bonnabelle, with her lovely mammy and daddy, Kirsty and Joss. Kirsty's my niece, so it's actually Molly is my great niece, which makes me feel very, very old. But with her name being Molly, there's only one song I can sing for her. And Molly, I love you lots and I miss you. And this is your great Uncle Ian singing all the way over from Ireland on Paddy's Day. And this one's for you, okay? This one's called Molly Malone, okay? Although I might change Malone to Bonnabelle, maybe. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Bonnabelle, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, and it's 6 in a row. She was a fishmonger, but sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they both wheeled their barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, it's 6 in a row. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. And her ghost wheels her barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. You ready, Molly? Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, it's 6 in a row. Woo! Sorry to all the Mayo people watching. James, mother and father, Willie and Mary, I'm so sorry for the 6 in a row bit. But you know, we're dubs. Molly, that was for you. I miss you absolutely loads. I can't wait to see you and Killian and your mammy and daddy over in Ireland again, okay? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were singing along as well and doing a bit of dancing maybe. But I have a few songs coming up now actually with me mandolin, where I hope to see a few kids dancing. And fair play to Kirsty and Joss, because I'm not sure what time it is. It's probably fairly late over in France now, so fair play for letting them stay up. Oh, although she's probably conked out somewhere. Right, I'm going to play a little slow one, and then I'm going to do a couple of fast numbers on the mandolin. This next song is another Christy Moore song. I think this was actually the very first song I ever learned how to play on the guitar. Well, one of the first anyway. My brother Jim Bob down in Castlereagh, not the prison, taught me this. And it's a beautiful song called Ride On. Good old Christy. I'm slipping off my cushions here. finest horse I've ever seen, standing 16, 1 or 2, with eyes wild and green. You ride the horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. You ready? Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. When you ride into the night without a trace behind, run your claw along my gut, oh, one last time. I turn to face an empty space where you used to lie, and look for the spark that lights the night through a teardrop in my eyes. Ready? Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on and see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. No matter how I wanted to. No matter how I wanted to. Ooh. Woo. Right on. Oh my God, I need a hair clip. Anybody got a hair clip? Right on, folks, a bit of Christy Moore. You can't bait a bit of Christy. Myself and Brian went to see Christy Moore not long before the lockdown kicked in, and it was absolutely brilliant. The man knows how to put on a show. He's brilliant. I'm going to do a quick instrument change, and we might get a few of you dancing. Even the adults, if you're locked, sure, have a dance. Make a bit of room in front of your screen there for an L dance. 1 second. I hope it's still in tune. I tuned it earlier. That seems okay. Right. I'll jump onto the comments now in a minute. This next song, I always say this at gigs, but I don't, and it's true. It always reminds me of school. I see, and especially I see all the old school friends on there, especially primary school. I don't know why. We must have learned it in primary school or something like that. It always puts a smile on my face, and always gets a great reaction when myself and Brian do it. Brian baits on the guitar while I play this, but I'll just play this on its own. It's called, and it's as Irish as it gets, it's called I Tell Me Ma. Okay, so if you're a bit of space in front of you, do a little jig. I'm thinking of you, Cora. I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a good 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her and all the boys are fighting for her. Knocking on the door and they're ringing the bell, saying, oh me true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Johnny Morrissey says she'll die if she doesn't get the fella with the roving eye. Tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and a 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high and the snow come travelling from the sky. She's as sweet as apple pie and she'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell a man when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves still. Tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. I took my hair, stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and a 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Dance! Girls alone, they pull my hair, stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and a 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, stole my comb, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and a 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Woo! I'll tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Oh my god, this hair's doing me nothing. I'm after getting a text message. Not a Facebook message, a text message. It's from Frank Burke. He says, Ian, loving the gig, fair play to you. Will you play absolutely anything from Boyzone? Frank, come on. Jesus Christ. What type of a show do you think this is? Right, I'll jump onto the comments I've been on. I actually did get a text message from Michelle. Fair play to you. Thanks for a great idea. I feel like we're out even though we're in. Lots of love. Fair play to Michelle for tuning in. I really appreciate it. The message it goes a long way. Now I have to go back into Facebook here. Who has been on? I have another song to play on. I have another song to play on the mandolin. Right, let's see. Who's on? Sabine. Doing great. Fair play, Tracy. Thank you. Bringing us back to some. I'm probably reading these the wrong way around. No Bonnabelle, Molly Malone. Hunter just went to bed listening to you singing. He said it was his best bedtime song. Fair play, Jean and Hunter and Harvey down in Wexford. Hunter's my godson, so I'm delighted to send him off happy. Who's on? Dara, happy St. Patrick's Day, sounding great, fair play to you. Go on, Eno, brilliant demo, nice one. By the way, sorry if I don't get to all of these. I'm trying not to take too long reading them because I'm here to play music. People give out to me. Right, another song, says you. Right, this next song, I'm going to say that a lot tonight. This next song Brian normally sings. I don't think I've ever sang it before in my life, but I'll give it a go. We always do I'll Tell Me Man, this song in a row. And this one is a great old Dubliners tune. It's called Dicey Riley. So, you know the bit in the middle where you do the clap? I'm going to assume that you're going to do it all right. Right, so here we go. And the poor old Dicey Riley, she she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. She walks along Fitzgibbon Street with an independent air, and then it's down the Summer Hill, and as the people stare, she says it's nearly 1:30 and it's time I had another little one at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. At a poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. She owns a little sweet shop at the corner of the street, and every evening after school I go and wash her feet. She leaves me there to mind the shop when she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. Here we go, at a poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. Long years ago, when men were men, when fancied Mayo along, or lovely Becky Cooper or Maggie's Merry one woman put them all to shame, just one was worthy of the name, and the name of that dame was Dicey Riley. Here we go, at a poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. But time went catching up on her like many pretty ones, and after you're along the street, before you're out the door, balance made their looks all fake, but out of all the great brigade, still the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. Here we go, at a poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. Keep up, at a poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Well, it's off each morning to the hock, and she goes in for another little drop at the heart of the row was Dicey Riley. Woo! A bit of Dicey Riley. Marie just gave me a round of applause next door. She obviously liked that one. I heard you clapping. Right, this next song, after I get me guitar back, hang on. I need a bit of order. By the way, guys, I have to say, fair play to you. I honestly thought I'd get a few family and friends on, probably 10, 15 people, but there's been a huge amount of people have come on to listen, and I really, really appreciate it. Because without you guys, obviously, I'll be sitting here singing to myself like an Egypt. Well, I kind of am here singing to myself in a weird way, singing to me tablet. But it's great to have you listening. Right, we had a few requests for this. I played this next song. It's one of my favourite all-time Irish songs, and I played it for my good friend Charlie, who's definitely going to be in work tomorrow. And his wife Lindsay played it at their wedding. It's a beautiful song called Sweet 16, and Fiona as well requested this, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the Furies again, and to Go back to Brian as well. Brian plays the banjo bit at the start of this, and it just makes the whole song, and I'll be missing that tonight. I was talking to Brian actually the other day, and he said that when lockdown is over, not lockdown, but when the restrictions are eased and we're allowed to be in the same room, we'll do a Facebook Live gig, and you'll get the full benefit of all the instruments. Brian's an absolute whiz with his flute. You'd want to see him go. Holy Jesus now. He's probably at home playing with his flute right now. I'm not even joking. Right, less of that talk now, just kids listening. Actually, before I love telling the story of this song. This song was written over 100 years ago. In fact, it was written over 120 years ago. It was written by a man called James Thornton. And the story goes that James's wife was at home and she wasn't feeling too good about herself. She was having kind of a crisis of confidence. And she turned to James and said, "James, do you still love me?" You know, she wanted to see if her husband was still into her. He said, "Are you still into me?" And without missing a beat, James said, he says, "Darling," he says, "I love you as I loved you when you were sweet 16. And probably ran upstairs and grabbed a pencil and wrote this. When first I saw the love light in your eyes, I thought this world held naught but joy for me. And even though we've drifted far apart, I never dreamed but what I dream of thee. Jimmy, are you gonna sing with me? I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. Come to me, my dreams of love that are o'er. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. Come to me, my dreams of love that are o'er. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. One more time. Oh, I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. Come to me, my dreams of love that are o'er. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. There you go, folks. When you were sweet 16, I hope you were smooching and swaying. Brian, I hope you'd let go of your flute by then, and pick up your banjo. When you were sweet 16, thanks guys for requesting that one. It's an absolute beautiful song. Now this next song, Brian plays the guitar for me on this, and I have the freedom to sing it because it's a difficult song to play and sing. But I'm going to give it a bash. And after this, I'll jump onto the comments and see what you are saying. Don't forget, I put up the set list on Facebook. For those who haven't seen it, there's plenty of rebel songs and troublemaker songs coming soon as well. Although I can't believe the time; it's 8:25. It's insane. I've probably been waffling too much in between songs. Somebody just asked for a bit of take that. I was going to say at the very start of this gig that I was only luring you into a false sense of security, and this was actually a Take That tribute act. But I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. I got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. That's enough of that. Right, guys, this next song, I'm going to give it a bash. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to dedicate this one to my brother Thomas. He absolutely loves this song. He'll be singing at home, no doubt. And I've got to bring this a bit closer to me. This is a song by the Furies called The Green Fields of France. I've never sang this in public before on my own. Not that I'm in public, but you know what I mean. Right, here we go. Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while? Meet the warm summer sun. I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well, and I hope you died clean. For young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Let's hear you. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did he sound that march as they lowered you down? And did a man play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave her a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some fateful heart is your memory enshrined? Although you died back in 1916, in that fateful heart, are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed and forever behind the glass frame? In an old photograph, torn, battered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound that march as they lowered you down. And the band played a last post and chorus, and the pipes played the flowers of the forest. Well, the sun now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze, it makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To a man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. He's ready. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound that march as they lowered you down? And the band played the last post and chorus, and the pipes played the flowers of the forest. Last verse. Now young Willie McBride, I can't help wonder why do those that lie here know why they have died? And did they believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end war? Well, the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying was all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it all happened again, and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound that march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? One more time. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound that march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Oh, there we go, folks. The green fields of France. I got through it just about. Fair play to you. Isn't that such a beautiful song? The Furies bring the best. Right. I have a song I'm going to play for my beautiful sister Jackie. I hope you're on, Jackie. I really love you, Jackie. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Don't you love me? That's a ska song that my brother Jimmy and his band, the Gangsters, when he was in them, wrote. I must learn that, shouldn't I? I really should. Right, this next song is one of the most famous Irish songs of them all. And I absolutely adore singing it. And I'll jump onto the comments after this, actually, because this is kind of the last of the slow ones, and I'm going to go into the rebel songs. This is a beautiful song. It's the story of the very short marriage between Joseph Mary Plunkett and Grace Gifford. They were married for 15 minutes in Kilmainham jail just before Joseph Plunkett was taken outside and shot, executed for our freedom. And this is the song of that love story and that marriage. It's a beautiful song called Grace, and I'm going to sing it for Lindsay and Charlie. Lindsay requested it, but especially for my sister Jackie. I've nearly slipped about 5 times on that. As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed? From our school days, they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. You ready? Come on. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Porrick called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. As I walk out on this May morn, my thoughts will be of you, and I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I loved so much that I could see his blood upon the road. Come on, Facebook, help me out, please. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. We have to go one more, don't we? Come on. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Well, there you go, folks. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. A beautiful, beautiful song. I'm going to jump onto the comments because I have a few rowdy ones coming up next, and I'm going to give my voice a 1 minute break. Chat amongst yourselves. Oh my God. Somebody's going to have to do a time lapse of my hair over. Started off with green pigtails, and then it was nicely kind of gelled back, and now it's kind of a bit Hitler, I think. Shocking. Right, comment those. Who is on? Who's been on? Oh, hold on a minute. I went out of it because I'm clever. Here we are. Holy Jesus, there's 263 comments. Come on, refresh. Right, oh, go in, do you know, Joyce Cowley, do I know the German clockmaker? I don't. Emer Shay here, and I love it, Uncle Ian, fair play to Shay, thanks very much. Paul, Brandy, thank you. The tissues are ready for this one, yeah. Here come the tears, yeah, that's what this does to, that song does to people. Who's cutting them onions? It was never a handball that came off his chest. Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry, hey, Thierry Henry. It was never a handball that came off his chest. His name is Thierry, and he is the best. Oh, Thierry Henry. That's a private joke. Graham, fair play to you. What a treat to listen to your beautiful music from Golden, Colorado, USA. Suzanne, thanks very much. That means an awful lot. Who else has been on? There's 6,999,999,000,000 or something people in the world missing out on this. Thanks very much, Mick. Yvonne Piggott, brilliant team, fair play. Can you say hello to the girls? Louise Powell, Alison Doyle, Mags Orchid and Sandra Curtis. Miss you loads, girls. There you go, Yvonne. Thanks very much for dropping a comment. Mick Campion, I hope you're doing well, my man. This is like being in the pub, great company, pints, and someone's kids running amok unattended. No, wait! Fair play. Who else? Such a pleasure to listen to you. Well done, Marlene and Dylan. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I really do. I genuinely am overwhelmed by the amount of people who've logged on. I honestly thought I'd get a few family, maybe a few friends. But who's ready to get a bit rowdy? Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to go into the rebel country and play a few rebel songs. I absolutely love playing these songs with Brian because the two of us just absolutely bait into it. Brian plays the guitar and I play the mandolin, and the two of us just sing every last word of all these songs. And this one's called Sean South from Gary Owen. Let's get ready to rumble. It was on a dreary New Year's Eve as the shades of night came down. A lorry load of volunteers approached the border town. There were men from Dublin and from Cork, Fermanagh and Tyrone. Here we go. And their leader was a Limerick man, Sean South from Garryowen. And as they moved along the streets up to the barrack door, they scorned the danger they might face, their fate that lay in store. They were fighting for old Ireland to proclaim their very own. And the foremost of that gallant band was south from Garryowen. But the sergeant foiled their daring plan. He spied them through the door. Then the Sten guns and the rifle shots a hail of death did roar. And when that awful night was past, 2 men lay cold as stone. There was one from near the border and one from Garryowen. No more he will hear the seagulls cry or the murmuring Shannon tide, for he fell beneath a northern sky, brave Hanlon by his side. They have gone to join that gallant band of Plunkett, Pearse and Tone. A martyr for old Ireland was south from Garryowen. It was on a dreary New Year's Eve as the shades of night came down. A lorry load of volunteers approached the border town. There were men from Dublin and from Cork, Fermanagh and Tyrone, and their leader was a Limerick man, shone south from Garryowen. South from Garryowen. This next one's risky for me, but Brian normally sings it, but you know what, it's Paddy's Day, we'll give it a bash. Well, there's a uniform still hanging in what's known as Father's room, a uniform so simple in its style. It's got no braid, no gold, nor silk, nor hat with feather plume, yet me mother has preserved it all the while. One day she made me try it on, I wished it might for years, in memory of your father, dear, she said. And as I placed the sand brown on, she was smiling through her tears. She placed the broad black brimmer on my head. Here we go, it's just a broad black brimmer. It's ribbons frayed and torn by the carelessness of many's a mountain breed. An old trench coat that's so bad and stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knees. A Sam Brown belt with a buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day, but not for long. Well, then came Ireland's freedom, the one you choose to lead them, wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA. It was the uniform being worn by me father long ago, when he reached me mother's homestead on the run. Was the uniform being worn in that little church below, when my father Mac, he blessed the pair as one. After truce and treaty, the parting of the ways, he wore away and he marched out with the rest and the best. And as they bore his body down the rugged head upraised, they placed the broad black brimmer on his breast. It's just a broad black brimmer, its ribbons frayed and torn by the careless whisk of many's a mountain breed. An old trench coat that's so battle stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knee. A Sam Brown belt with a buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day. When it came Ireland's freedom, the one you choose to lead them, wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA. One more time, it's just a broad black brimmer, its ribbons frayed and torn by the careless whisk of many's a mountain breed. An old trench coat that's so battle stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knees. A Sam Brown belt with a buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day, but not for long. Well, they gave Ireland's freedom, the one you choose to lead them, or wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA. Woo! The broad black brimmer problem or we'll keep her lit. Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? When Irishmen are proud and glad of the land where they were born. Oh, son, I see sad memories view of far off distant days, when being just a boy like you, I joined the IRA. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Bromacree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Are you singing with me, Brian? In hills and farms, the call to arms, to heard by one and all. And from the glens came brave young men to answer Ireland's call. 'Twas long ago we faced the foe, the old brigade and me. But by my side they fought and died so that Ireland might be free. Here we go! Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Bromacree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. And now, my boy, I've told you why on Easter morn I sigh. For I recall my comrades all from the dark old days gone by. I think of men who fought in Glen with rifles and grenades. May heaven keep the men who sleep from the ranks of the old brigade. Here we go! Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Bromacree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Bromacree, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Woo! The boys of the old brigade. I know Brian Dunn's at home baiting himself out of him, loving that. Boys of the old brigade. Now, next song is one of the most Paddy's Day songs ever, I think. I'm gonna see. I'm just doing a quick tune up. That's close enough. Right, I can't believe the time. But sure, look, if we go over, will anybody mind if it goes over 2 hours? Will they? After this one and the next one, I'll jump on the comments, see what's going down in Chinatown. I have a very special song to play for Philomena Burke. And it's not Elvis, sorry. Maybe I didn't love you. Right, here we go. We're on the one road. We're on the one road, sharing the one load. We're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road, and maybe the wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? North Northmen, Southmen, comrades all, Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song. Though we've had our troubles now and then, now is the time to make them up again. Sure aren't we all Irish anyhow? Now is the time to step together. Now we're on the one road, sharing the one load. We're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road and made a wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? Northmen, Southmen, comrades all, Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song. Tinker, tailor, every mother's son, butcher, baker, shouldering his gun. A rich man, poor man, every man in line, all together just like L Lang's Eye. We're on the one road, sharing the one load, the road to God knows where. On the one road, and maybe the wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? Northmen, Southmen, comrades all, Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, singing along, singing a soldier's song. Night is darkest just before the dawn, from dissension Ireland is reborn. Soon we'll have united Irishmen to make our lands a nation once again. We're on the one road, sharing the one load, we're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road and maybe the wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? Northmen, Southmen, comrades all, Dublin, Belfast, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song. Woo! Singing a soldier's song. Right, Philly, are you ready? Will I play it on the mandolin or will I play it on the guitar? To save a bit of time, I will play it on the guitar. This is a special request from Philomena Burke, my mother-in-law, my crazy mother-in-law, and this is a song that her mum used to always sing. It was her mum's song, and it's a wolf tone song called Big Strong Man. Do you know what? I'm going to play it on the mandolin. Give me 1 second. Right, that didn't take long. Now see if you can keep up at the end as well. And Philly, you better sing along with this now. Have you heard about the big strong man? Well, he lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffrey Johnson fight? Oh Lord, what a hell of a fight. You can take all the heavyweight you got. What's he got? We got a lad who can beat the whole lot. He used to ring the bells in the belfry. Now he's gonna fight Jack Dempsey was me brother Sylvester. What's he got? A row of 40 medals on his chest, big chest. Killed bigger man in the west. He knows no rest. Bigger a man, hell's fire, don't push, just shoot. Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, lady's leg, and a punch that'll stick a battleship, big ship. Takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up. Sylvester, now he thought he'd take a trip to Italy, and he thought that he'd go by sea. He jumped off the harbour in New York, and he swam like a great big shark. He saw the Lusitania in distress. What'd he do? He put the Lusitania on his chest, big chest. He drank all the water in the sea, and he went all the way to Italy. That was my brother Sylvester. What's he got? A row of 40 medals on his chest, big chest. Killed 50 men in the west. He knows no rest. Bigger than man, hell's fire, don't push, just jump. Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, lady's leg, and a punch that'll sink a battleship, big ship. Takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up. Sylvester, he thought he'd take a trip to old Japan, and they turned out the big brass band. You can take all the instruments you got, We got a lad who can play the whole lot. Now the old church bells will ring, health bells. The old church choir will sing, hell's fire. They all turned out to say farewell to my big brother Sylvester. That was my brother Sylvester. What's he got? All 40 medals on his chest, big chest. Give the man in the west. He knows no rest. Bigger man, hell's fire. Don't push, just jump. Make the room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, lady's leg. And a punch that sink a battleship, big ship. Takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up. Sylvester, keep up now. Have you heard about the big strong man? Well, he lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffrey Johnson fight? Oh Lord, what a hell of a fight. You can take all the heavyweight you got. What's he got? We got a lad who can beat the whole lot, whole lot. He used to ring the bells and no body medals on his chest, big chest. Hey! I couldn't keep up with myself. Oh! Sorry, Philly. But you got the gist of it. I should have played it with the guitar, that's what it was. My big brother Sylvester. Right, a request from Sinead, my cousin Sinead. And after that, I'll just play a few more tunes. I'm just getting weary of the time. This one is called Joe Hill. Where can I leave that? Yeah, Joe Hill, I love this song. This song was actually played live at my father's funeral. I always remember that. And it goes a little something like this. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I to Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. In Salt Lake City, Joe says I, standing by my side. They framed you on a murder charge. Says Joe, I never died. Says Joe, I never died. The copper bosses, they shot you, Joe. They filled you full of lead. Takes more damn guns to kill a man. Says Joe, and I ain't dead. Says Joe, and I ain't dead. And standing there, as big as life, and smiling with his eyes, says Joe, what they forgot to kill went on to organize. Went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where working men defend their rights, it's there you'll find Joe Hill. It's there you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. Joe Hill, he never died. I hope you enjoyed that, Sinead. And thank you very much for the request. Right guys, I'm just going to play a few more. I had more on the set list, but I've probably done too much talking and stuff like that, but there's always the next time. I'm going to play a few songs that are just so typically Irish. One of them is one of my absolute favourites. It's a song called Only Our Rivers Run Free. And what's amazing about this is that it was written It was written by like a 17-year-old kid, a guy called Mickey McConnell, in 1973. And to think that this song came out of the mind of a 17-year-old blows my mind. Need me capo. Right, here we go. When apples still grow in November, when blossoms still bloom from each tree, when leaves are still green in December, it's then that our land will be free. I wander her hills and valleys, and still through my sorrow I see a land that has never known freedom, and only her rivers run free. I drink to the death of her manhood, those men who'd rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back their rights were denied. Oh, where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flames used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter? And will only our rivers run free? How sweet is life, but we're crying. How mellow the wine, but it's dry. How fragrant the rose, but it's dying. How gentle the breeze, but it sighs. What good is in youth when it's aging? What joy are in eyes that can't see? When there's sorrow in sunshine and flowers, then only our rivers run free. Yes, then only our rivers run free. There you go, folks. How beautiful a song is that? I had a hair in my mouth the whole way through that. I couldn't get rid of it. I was afraid of swallowing it, and that was game over. Right, I'm going to give this a try. I'm aware now I've really gone over time, and I'll play 3 more songs, right? I'm going to play a beautiful song in a way I've never played it before, called Raglan Road. Brian normally plays a lovely whistle piece to this, and to counteract that, I'm gonna finger pick it. But I'll play this and a couple of others, and then I'm going to get locked. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. And look, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. It really means an awful lot. As I said, I didn't think I was going to get a quarter of the amount of people who logged in. So fair play really means a lot. Right, here we go. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making turns, and I not making hay, and I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her secret sign that's known to the artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone, and word and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say with her own name there, and her long dark hair like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where all ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I have loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos, the clay lose his wings at the dawn of the day. There we go. Raglan Road. Right, guys, I'm going to sing two last songs. Actually, Joe will do very, very quickly. I'll jump on to El Comentos. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. I will go into here and I'll hit refresh, see who's slagging me. Nothing like a few Irish songs to mark Paddy's Day. Fair play. Thanks, Philip. Fair play to you. Thanks for tuning in. Cora, it means so much to us too, and thanks very much. Fair play. Carmen Keneally's on. Favourite song, Ian. Thanks a million for the gig. No problem, Gary. Where are we else? Best gig in years, Dublin in the rare old times. Thanks, Mary. We played that earlier on. Seriously, you need to release an album of Take That covers. I'm into that. I'll do that. So where else? We're loving going a bit of traditional Irish music for you since you can't be here. Fair play, Jean. Well done, Nicola. Shannon, class. Fair play. Maggie. It was Maggie. Philly's mum's name was Maggie for where I played Big Strong Man. Right. Okay. Paul Breheny, Black is the Colour would be great. I played that earlier on. The great thing about this gig is, by the way, folks, is that when I'm done, it gets posted onto my page. So if anybody wants to go back and listen to it, you can. There's no problem, and you can listen to the songs that were played earlier. Right, 2 last songs. I'm going to sing Ireland's, I like to call this Ireland's unofficial national anthem. It's sang at every Irish gig ever, and I'm going to play it now, and I want to hear you all singing, because you know I can hear you. This one's called The Fields of Athenry. Are you ready? By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so your young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they put me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. He's ready, Facebook, come on! Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Hey baby, let those free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she lived in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Here we go. St. Patrick's Day, come on. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Hey baby, let those free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. We'll sing it for all the Irish people around the world, missing going out, singing songs and drinking pints and just hugging their pals and their loved ones. We'll sing it for everybody around the world. Let's go. Low Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Hey baby, let those free birds fly. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Yes, it's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. The fields of Athenry, for all you beautiful people, whether you're in Buenos Aires in Argentina or Golden in Colorado in America, whether you're in France, whether you're down in Wexford, whether you're in Inchicore, whether you're in Lucan, wherever you are, thanks so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I've got one last song to sing. I do this a cappella. I'm not going to use any instrument. You all know this one. And this is the one when the pubs are open and there's been an Irish session, and at the end of the night you're all draped over each other, loving each other, and trying to stay away and hide from the bouncer who's trying to kick you out. This is the song you all sing, and I promise you we'll do that soon. Oh, a hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, as the mice were squealing in my prison cell. Sing it with me. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, a screw was bawling, get up ya bowsy and clean up your cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The lags were sleeping, Humpy Gussie was peeping, as I lay there weeping for my girl Sal. Come on. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, I wish to Jesus they'd change my wages from 15 shillings to £2.10. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Here's the dirty bit. Up in the female prison, woo! There are 75 women, and it is amongst them I wish I did dwell. Then the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. All along the banks of the Royal Canal. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Honest to Christ, it's after making my nights. The thoughts of another Patrick's Day without doing a gig, when myself and Brian last year we had gigs cancelled. Normally we do 5 or 6 gigs over the Paddy's kind of few days, and it's killing us not doing them. It's killing us not doing them anyway on any normal weekend. But this weekend of all weekends, it's been, well, not weekend, this day of all days, it's been tough. But look, we will be back. We'll be in the pubs. We'll be hanging out of each other. We'll be singing songs, and we'll be free again. Thank you all so much for all the comments and for tuning in, and everybody across the world. Thank you, and we'll see you again. All right. Good night and God bless. Take it easy. And happy St. Patrick's Day. You go on, you good things.